I know I will get much hate for this video since this is a controversial and very underrated take, and I ask you all to please watch the whole video before commenting, because I have some points I want to put out there. After all, no one is really talking about this. I'm going to start with an introduction, so if you already know about the drama that she's in, then please skip to the timestamp on screen. Cinnamoroll is a very popular Gacha editor with over 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. She has gone into some drama where she was accused of copying another YouTuber's video and tracing hands for her videos. While the drama could have been kept between her and the artist, she was bashed into making an apology video that people still weren't content with because she seemed to be victimizing herself. She created her own hands to use, which people thought was weird because she could draw her own hands, yet decided to trace. Her most recent drama was people calling her out again for supposedly tracing in her recent videos. I will start by explaining how her most recent drama was taken out of context. Immediately, I'll tell you that she stole nothing, or not as much as everyone thinks. Most of the items in her videos that people are claiming she quote-unquote traced were assets from gacha mods like Gacha Nebula, I think that's what it's called. Any art from Gacha Nebula that was stolen, if any, is not by the account of Cinna and wouldn't be her fault at all. Another possibility is that someone re-uploaded a certain asset somewhere else and claimed it as their own. She does not have to give credit to Gacha Nebula for the assets she uses in her videos, as nobody in the Gacha community gives credit to Gacha's artists for the assets in their videos. In my opinion, I believe that people are mad at her for quote-unquote tracing because they want to have an excuse to bash her more after her past drama had been forgotten about, which I will talk about now. About a month ago, Cinnamoroll was called out for tracing this Miku video you've most likely seen before. She traced different parts of the video that Channel Cast Station, or Channel, created. While she did trace, it isn't a punishable offense. The creator of the video stated on Twitter that anyone may use his works in any way except commercially, so anyone had permission to trace the stuff from his video to make their own version. The only bad thing Cinnamoroll has done was trace the hands used in her past videos, which she has apologized for and even created her own base. However, as far as I know, the original artist never reached out to her, so the artist never had a say in whether her art being traced was bad enough to become a situation. In fact, I'm 99% sure the artist, if knowing about Cinnamoroll at all, didn't care that she traced. The base Cinna traced is really popular, and I bet people trace it every day. The artist is mature enough not to make a big deal out of it and chooses to pick her battles. Unlike the Gacha community, who had nothing to do with it yet still decided to get involved. While I do not condone tracing other people's work without giving credit, I believe that bashing Cinnamoroll instead of informing the artist or having the artist have a say in whether her tracing was bad was never going to fix anything. As I said, Cinnamoroll apologized for tracing the Miku video, but her apology was not taken well. Some people accepted it, while others thought it was poorly made, claiming that she was, quote-unquote, playing the victim, which I do not blame her for. She had been brought into controversy for stuff that was taken out of context, and even for stuff she never did. What I find to be the fault of both Cinna and the community is how she apologized to her fans and not to the artist of the hand bases themselves. In my opinion, I think that she should have apologized to the artist that she had stolen from instead of her audience who had nothing to do with it. The reason why, however, is because the community had practically forced her to. this entire situation was very mediocre and could have been solved very easily. Yet, as I've mentioned before, this drama-thirsty community had somehow found its way to getting involved. Many people flooded her comments with negativity and made videos of her saying that what she did was unforgivable, despite the fact that they had no right to say if she's forgiven or not. I'd mentioned that she made a hand base, clearly showing that she was trying to fix her mistake, but it wasn't taken well either, as people claimed that she had the potential to draw hands before, but chose to trace. I find this half true, as we don't know if she already knew how to draw hands before, or if she learned for the purpose of, again, calming the community. The first controversy she was in was what I believe to be an honest mistake by the Gacha community. Tracing is usually labeled as something bad, so when they saw what she traced, they didn't bother to do much research into the creator to see if they allowed it or not. As for the second drama, it wouldn't have been a huge drama if not for the community. As I've already stated, she never traced anything. But the lie that she did spread throughout the community. What I find scary is how fast a lie could spread. I'm guessing that a famous person or some lucky rando made a video on how she traced, and it managed to blow up. Some people would see it and, without doing research, would make a video on the same topic. It would blow up too, and some more people would make a video, and so on. When false information like that spreads, what starts as fiction could become real. Think of the Quite situation. Someone created a lie about him that spread, and everyone believed he was a bad person when he really did nothing wrong. Do I believe that Cinna is a perfect angel and the Gacha community is a pack of wild beasts? No, but the purpose of this video is to share my thoughts on how I think this controversy got out of hand, and for me to debunk most of the lies the controversy was built on. As always, do not harass anyone mentioned in this video. I've hinted at this many times during my rant, and that is that creating unnecessary drama never solves anything. I may have missed something in this video, or may have misinterpreted something. You may strongly agree with me, or strongly disagree. Whatever thoughts you have on this, please share in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you for listening, and have an amazing day.